Hello, welcome to the channel. Welcome to episode 3 of the Star Citizen series I've been doing. Tonight we're going to head to New Babbage, where I'm told that I can rent a Constellation Taurus to try some cargo missions and see how I like it. I previously rented the Freelancer Max and the Argo Raft, and I really did like the raft, and from what I understand, it's going to happen after the 4.1.1 update. It's going to get some major improvements, and I expect it to actually be very good, and it's kind of the way I'm leaning right now for what I'd want to save up for. But the Freelancer Max was also a strong candidate. I don't think it has the cargo options that the raft does as far as the externally accessible grid and all that, and especially when the raft gets its update, it's going to be even better. Oh, look, I still have an hour and a half or hour and 50 minutes of the Freelancer left. That's funny. I guess we'll take that to New Babbage then. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm gonna do a couple of cargo missions and see how it does. See what it's like using that size of ship. I haven't flown one in a very long time, so that'll be some getting used to. And we'll just see how it goes. So here's the rented Freelancer Max that I was using last night. I didn't film that, but we'll take a quick trip around it here. Pretty cool looking ship. It's not my favorite, but yeah, it could be worse, definitely. Fits on a medium pad, which is one thing I do like about it, and I also like that about the Argo Raft. So that's handy. This holds, I don't know the exact number it holds, but what kind of hurts it, in my opinion, configurability wise, is that it will only take a total of 10, I think it is. Yeah, 10 8 S.C.U boxes. So you can fit in like 10 8 S.C.U boxes, and on top of those you'd be able to squeeze in 10 4 S.C.Us. But what you can't do is, like, I picked up a run last night that needed, I think it was 11 8 S.C.U boxes, and I just thought, well, it'll fit in the amount of storage this thing has, so why not? And it didn't even occur to me, but I couldn't fit them in. I needed to get 3 more. I had to make a second trip because of that. So that's your main cargo. There's a secure cargo here that I guess is for hauling illegal items. Haven't tried it. And you got your little sleeping area, airlock area, and your equipment stuff, whatever. This is good for a crew of 4. There's 4 beds, 4 seats. There is a turret in the back. We're not going to really look into that. The whole idea is not really to tour this ship tonight, but just to use it to get to New Babbage, because it's available. So bring it up, see if we can get some clearance here. I'm not sure if the free fly is still on. It's supposed to end today, but I don't know whether it ends like at midnight tonight or if it ended this morning. I really have no idea. So let's see if they'll let us out of here. Yes, they will. should have done my navigation inside the hangar. I'm trying to get back to doing that. I used to do it all the time, but the navigation stuff is not working well, in my opinion, right now. It's very finicky whether it will actually navigate, and it's also doesn't show just where you're trying to navigate to, or at least it doesn't stick around. It shows like all the waypoints, and it's very hard to find them, the one you're looking for. So let's go into nav mode here. This particular time, typically if you're in nav mode and you set your course, it will show you just that one, at least some of the time. But we could very well lose it here when we come out at Microtech and have everything just there. We'll see how it goes. Okay, we're here at Microtech. We just got to find new Babbage, which is right there. So it didn't throw all the other waypoints in on us. That's cool. Here we go. Let's see if we're close enough for a hangar. We are close enough for a hangar, so right there somewhere. Of course, I'll never get there and land it in time. So I'll end up having to re-request once or twice, or who knows. I'm guessing it's going to be a top-down hangar. Not a fly-in, a fly-down-in. whatever you want to call them. Ah, right there, I'm going to guess. Really looked like a little ship just went in there. And now my name's gone. Oh, that's annoying. There it is. Give the same one back to us, looks like. And she's opening. Perfect.
Landing gear down.
All right, here we go. Oh. Oh, I was really pitched up. I wasn't even paying attention. The curvature on this window screen or window screws me up with the pitch and the or pitch and roll. Really messes me up. But we made it. And they're probably not even going to press charges. So all right. Now we got to go see if we can rent the big old Connie. I have flown one before back in the past when I played, so it's not my first time aboard one, but it has been a good while.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been moved to our stop. Please visit us again.
One thing I learned, it's not really critical here because we got nothing on the ship, but store your ship in your hangar and make sure it's completely stored, the lights are back on and everything before you leave the hangar. And then so far since I've been doing that, I haven't had any cases where cargo or anything has disappeared off my ship, so it's good to know. The lights will come back on in a second, and then we're free to go. There we go. Constellation requires a large hangar, so that's something to think about in the whole purchase plan, because it is nice being able to land anywhere there's a medium. So places like Grim Hex, for instance. Oops, I'm already at my terminal. Places like Grim Hex, for instance, where they don't have a large pad, to land there with a Constellation would require landing on one of the external uncontrolled pads, right? So something to figure into the equation. Oh, what the heck is that? Wow, that's annoying.
Ready to upgrade? Look, cutting-edge technology. All the beauty of our award-winning gardens. This city of
Storage
tomorrow
access.
has a lot going on today.
Here we go. Let's see, Constellation Taurus, right there. $160,000 for a rental for one day. Oh, I swear I hate these screens. Like the smallest movement of the mouse and you're out of them. Wait, didn't update the price. One day is 160. 3 days is not going to be 160. That's weird. Second I say hit it, it would go up though, right? Huh. Guess it don't tell you. All right, we're just gonna rent for one day anyway. So, oh, we can confirm. Yeah, right. We can confirm. So let's do 3 days. 400, yeah. No, let's not do that. Let's just do one day. Confirm. Okay.
How's it going?
We got it.
From all of us at Microtech.
Morning.
Welcome
Or
to
afternoon.
Yeah, that one's bugged.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Remember, your belongings belong to you.
Deliver.
Keep a careful watch on all personal items.
Oh, I already delivered. Retrieve.
Vehicle selected.
From
Stand
all of us
by.
at Microtech.
Your vehicle has
Welcome
been
to
delivered to the
Babbage
following
Interstellar
location.
Spaceport.
Wait, that's interesting. Everything I read said it needs a large hangar. Put it in my
Please
medium.
visit us again. Goodbye.
From the
So
best in shopping, dining, and
interesting.
entertainment,
Maybe
be
I'm
sure
wrong
to
about
visit
that. I
Babbage's renowned promenade.
was reading up on it earlier, and everything I read said large hangar. To be fair, by everything I read, I mean, I had ChatGPT look it up for me, so maybe ChatGPT was wrong. It fits just fine in here. It's just fine. I mean, this is a little tight getting out of there. I do like the way this ship looks. I will say. Can't remember how we open the cargo from outside. Is there a button? Yeah, there's a button. Let's see if we can find a cargo mission from here. Oops. Contracts. Okay, I did manage to find a couple of cargo runs from New Babbage here to Port Tressler up in orbit above us. So I'm going to do those 2 runs. I'm going to get them loaded up, and we'll head on up to Port Tressler and go from there, because it looked like there were a lot of runs coming out of there. I'm going to bring these up in 2 separate batches because I guess I got to lower the elevator first. But I'm going to bring these up in 2 separate boxes. It's easier for me to keep them separated that way. And there's been some issues with these elevators and whatnot, and it just seems to work a little smoother if you do clean transactions, let's call it. Hopefully this will all fit. It would have easily fit in a raft, I believe, so hopefully it'll fit here. I don't think it would. Well, I know for a fact it wouldn't have fit in the Freelancer Max, because just the number of 8 S.C.U. or S.C.U. things here that I've got to transport would have filled that thing. We got scrap and waste. Right, so that's probably is. Oh, I can get another one there. Okay. Let's see if we can stack these too high or not. Does not look like we can stack them too high. So that is that order. Now we'll bring up the other one. Seriously? Contracted. All right. Maybe we're all right. I gotta remember what the contract was actually for. $13 of agricultural supplies. Okay. So let's see if we can put a 4 S.C.U. We can. We can also go in the middle. All right. Just trying to learn this cargo space here. We can. Oh, it did something weird. It's reversed my... It stuck me in some weird display mode. I don't even know what to think. Like, it's acting very odd. It undid my invert somehow. That's rather quite annoying. Alright, well, here's the elevator. Now it's straightened out. Huh. Seems like I'm having trouble walking up on there. Am I upright? Like, yeah. What's the issue with walking up there? Just too much for you, huh? That's so messed up. You gotta jump to get up there. Alright. There's the good old Constellation. Let's go see what our cargo looks like. So I can see why it won't let us stack another 8 S.C.U. on top. At least on the edges, but why wouldn't it let you do it in the center? No, I really didn't want to do that. It seems like I ought to... Oh, come on. Get off the ladder. Seriously. Seem like... Oops, gotta have this. Hello? Seem like there ought to be room. In the center. But I guess there's not. Oh my god. With a ladder. Seriously. Okay. So what's back here? Ship components. And I don't know. Is this maybe isolated storage for contraband? Door so we can get out to space. That's always handy. We got 4 beds. Lower turret, upper turret. Co-pilot, co-pilot, pilot. So let's have a drink first here. There we go. Okay, let's see what it's like here. Decent visibility for landing. I like that.
Welcome to Rocket Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check. Engines are on. Quantum fuel is at 100%.
All right. Let's see if this thing is going to go out of this bay. That door looks a little tight. So first things first, let's try to preset our navigation. We got to go to Port Tressler. Okay, it did let us set the course. Okay, let's see if we can get some takeoff clearance. All right.
Takeoff complete. Landing complete.
Right, gear up. This thing open yet?
Landing gear raised.
All right, she's open. Let's get her back to flat and go up. It is tight. Okay. Seems like decent boost speed to me for a ship this size. All right, let's get lined up a little bit better here. Disabled in atmosphere. Here we go.
Drive is on. Shields on.
Okay, we got a bit of a queue. Bring her down a little bit here so we don't get too close. A little easier to line up if we have a little space. Looks like we're on the other side of that right there. Okay. Did it really take my hanger away already? Sure looks like it did. Wow. Oh, nope, there it is. We're upside down. There we go. We're going to take it kind of slow because I don't know. Will I even fit in with the gear down? Doors are closing. Let's bring her down a little slower. Let's find out. Let's drop the gear ahead of time here.
Landing gear deployed.
Gear lined up a little straighter. Just a little bit of I hope I fit. Are we in? Yeah, we could be in a little farther. Not quite there. So let's just bump her up. Come on. Move her ahead a little bit. Drop her back down. All right, well, thruster's off. Let's refuel while we're here, so I don't forget. Use any quad. So just for reference, we could have gone further frontwards, would have been handy. So I got out of fit, but yeah, we should have been a little farther frontwards. That's fine. I'll take it for my first try. Okay, so splitting that load when I was loading it didn't work. It almost messed up on me anyway. So I think we'll just try to put it all in. Set that off for right now. Put it all in, it'll either work the first try or fail the first try. So we'll either get it all or lose it all. Perfect. Okay. Hopefully this takes. Well, that's a good sign. Yep. Nice. Got both of them. That should pay a chunk of our rental off, at least. See how we did. So we were at $5.99 and some change. So we're still 70,000 shy, but that's just one run. That's not too awful bad. I'm gonna double check. That is the only... No, you can close it from back here. Okay. I still think, even though it currently holds less, the raft will only currently hold 96 S.C.U. So this has higher capacity right now, but the raft is supposed to go to 196, from what I understand. So I still think the raft is more versatile as far as being able to get to your cargo from the sides and whatnot, and kind of being able to load and unload it out of sequence a little easier. So I think the raft is going to be hard to beat. The cargo's exposed. I don't know how big of a deal that is. Trouble is trouble, right? So you're probably going to lose the whole dang load anyway in either ship. Obviously, this ship, if you had it crewed, you got a much better chance, right? But so let's see. I'm going to see if we can find another delivery or two. See if we can make back the rest of this rental here. Okay, so I found 4 deliveries that all originated from here. We've got the cargo loaded, kept it separated, get some room in the center. My thought being, in case we pick up another, another order or something at the first place we stop at, we'll see how it goes. Just trying to plan ahead a little bit. I don't know. Probably won't work out, but hey, who knows? So our first destination is going to be Endless Odyssey Station. If I remember how to get the thrusters on. So Endless Odyssey Station. I believe that's in Microtech. And here we go. That's a trip. That is a trip. And it's obstructed. Where are we? We're Port Tressler. Yeah, we're currently in Microtech, right? So why is that so far away? I don't think I understand that. We're gonna have to wait till after takeoff for it because it's obstructed. Let's see, can we get takeoff clearance?
Takeoff complete.
Will this thing turn around in this hangar?
Landing gear raised.
Nope, it will not. Not cleanly, anyway. Alright. Well, we're out. I don't know which one of the markers it is. I'm just gonna go out here and get some distance, I guess, and see if we can end up getting it. What was it? What was it again? It was Endless Odyssey. Still obstructed. 86. Is that it right there? 86.8. Because that one's only 43. That one's only 4.3. All right, we're going to actually go with the 4.3 and just get it out of the way, I guess.
Shields. Water drive is now off. Shields on.
always like to zoom in, make sure I'm orientated right side up. Takes one more thing out of the equation when we get closer. And let's see if we're in range. Maybe not yet. How about now? Huh. I thought it did the request. Hangar request complete. Oh, there it is. That's right. There. Okay.
Landing gear deployed.
Oh. Doors are closing. I keep getting the wrong buttons, so try to get her right in the center here because she is a bit tight. All right. Let's see what we need for fuel here. Seems fairly economical, really, this ship. I'll give it that. Let's better look and see where we're at. So we're at Long Forest Station. Long Forest Station. So we have a partial to drop off here. And it's going to be on the front, I think. So there's the button. Long Forest Station. We're dropping off stims. 3 S.C.U. of stims. They're going to be on the front. And it's going to be this stack, so... Should be 3. Yep, perfect. Went pretty quick. Why am I looking backwards? Okay, let's see. Can we get Endless Odyssey now? Ah, I cannot type. I got a lot farther away. How close is Red Crossroads? $45. I'd really like to get the... I got the 2 biggest of these orders drop off at Endless Odyssey. I'd like to get that in the books if we can. So let's see if we can... Oh, it's still obstructed. All right, well, how about Red? Red Crossroads. Says we can do it. All right. Let's get her off the ground here. Let's try this turnaround thing again. Oh, not so fast. Slow. Yeah, see, she just hits there. It's just a subtle little love tap. Did we... What the heck? Why? Oh, I see. I see. We were going backwards. All right, so let's see. Too close still. It's not giving me the nav marker, see, so that's why it really stinks. You should be able to just set it and just be done with it, you know? Oh, no, it was Red Crossroads. We still don't have the marker. I mean, it might be there. The range seems about right, so I guess we'll do that. But it's just not giving the nav markers like it should. It makes it really painful. I'm sure there's a better order we could do here, and save fuel, but right now I just want to get these things dropped off, so we'll just do them however.
Auto drive is now off. Shields on.
Well, we're somewhere. Not sure what station this is, but it's one of them we need, so. Got a hangar over here. Going with the other side of that. Yep, they're closing. Let's do a re-request. Drop the gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Oh. Might want to be a little further in. Nope, down. I got that all messed up. Yeah, I blew that at the last minute. All right, whatever. That cost a little bit more. Still, it's not terrible. Okay, where are we? We are Red Crossroads. Okay. So we got to drop off 4 S.C.U. of Stims. Can we? I don't know. I don't know if we can ride the elevator down in this front side or not. Is there enough room? Doubtful. Oh, oh, nope, nope. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ow. Oh, pretty sure that hurt my foot. I got myself right in trouble now. Yeah, that was not smart. Now we got trouble. Oh, oh, perfect. So let's see. We got stims. We need 4 S.C.U. stims. Perfect. All right. Hopefully this thing is not going to be obstructed this time, and we can actually get to end this odyssey.
Engines on.
Oh, okay, cool. Do we have enough fuel? Yeah, we do, right? Okay.
Take off. Landing gear.
So we can back out. Oh, so, no, 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 back up. Whoa. I pushed the wrong button there. Wowzer. Okay. 75, is that the right one? So why should we give the nav markers? It's just not giving them. It's got to be the right one, right? It's the last one we're showing up there, so... Off we go. If you're enjoying this content, please don't forget to hit that like button. It's free and it helps more than you would think. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Again, it costs you absolutely nothing, but it makes a huge difference for the channel. As always, if you have any thoughts, feedback, or ideas for what you'd like to see next, drop a comment below. I do read them all.
Drive is now off. Shields on.
I think I got a screen going up there. That power management thing keeps flashing at me. This ship needs maintenance. Rental company gave me a half burned out display. Be a little tight with that thing.
Landing gear deployed.
Wouldn't say I'm exactly smooth with that yet. Alright, so we should have a payday here. As long as these things turn in correctly, we should make 140,000-ish here. Which, with the other run we did, will pay off the rental. Anything from there out would be profit. Minus fuel, obviously. This is the right place, right? Let's make double sure. Endless Odyssey. Okay. This is where we've been trying to get to. This should clear out the front of the cargo hold, I believe. So we gotta do 5 of that batch of stems and 9 of the other batch. So all right. Beautiful. There we go. All right. It's the elevator going up. We'll take a look at our financials here. So 662. We started at 599 and some coin. So now we're at 662. So we're already in the profit. Well, yeah, we're already in the profit. These last 2 orders, if we can get these turned in, is another 93K, I believe. So, yeah, pretty good night, honestly, for paying for a rental and still turning a whatever we come up with, $170 profit or so, something like that, maybe. All depends on fuel, still, of course.
Engines are on. Quantum fuel is at 100%. Take off complete. Landing gear raised.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh, we're actually close there. I forgot to set a destination. We don't even have one tracked, so not going to tell us much of anything. Oops, let's go with this one right here. Seraphim Station. Okay, so let's see if we can get there. Looks like it. Oh, it won't click. There we go. Crusader, orbital marker 6th and 1.
Shields off.
See, it gave me nav markers that time.
Quantum drive is our.
Don't see it right here. A little traffic out and about. Okay. Let's see. Landing. So even buying fuel, we're still in profit. So that's goodness. Hope I shut those thrusters off. I don't know what this sideways down the ladders thing is. Okay, so we are Seraphim Station. We've got to take 31 S.C.U. Pressurized ice, which is these guys. That might be a little bigger than I thought. Ow. 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 All right. Let's see if we can get this turned in. Nice. That just leaves us one more, which is 15 S.C.U. of agricultural supplies to go to Everest Harbor.
Engines on.
All right, Everest Harbor. Oops. Not obstructed. Hurston, orbital marker 3, then 6.
Takeoff complete. Landing gear raised.
Yep. I always forget about the overhang. Oh, I just did that again. Wow, I'm hitting like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I keep getting myself confused and using W for up, and it's not up at all. All right, I don't suppose we got a marker. Yes, we do.
Shields off. Quantum drive is now on.
Let's see. Okay, we're up here. Which might be a top-down pad? Maybe? Yeah, I think this is going to be a top-down pad. Get her straightened out a little bit here. Slow it down. Yep. Knew that was coming.
Landing gear deployed.
What? Why is that an illusion? Yeah, okay. They instance these hangars or something, and sometimes you get like you'll actually see a ship flying around your hangar. It's just really disconcerting when it happens. It's not really there, but it will certainly look like it is. I'm struggling with level on the Constellation here. Actually, I'm not going to fill that because if I don't get back out, then why fill a ship that's going back for rental? They don't actually charge you for that here like they do in real life. All right, this is our last unload. So I'm going to time warp you guys to the future when it's already unloaded and ready to turn in. Okay, you've traveled through time. We are offloaded and on the platform and ready to turn in this last load. And it looks like it's going to work. So that's goodness. All right, so there we have it. We turned them all in. Let's see where we ended up here. So 754,838. And we started at 599 and some change, but I want to say it was right around the 800 mark. So we'll call that even. We'll say 599 to 754. So that's 255. Or no, I did that wrong, didn't I? 599. So it's 155. 155 profit at the end of the day, right? And the rental cost us, I can't remember exactly. I think it was 180,000. So you add another 180,000 to that. So that's what, 354 ish or 353 ish, I guess, something like that. You can check my math. Let me know in the comments. I'm sure it's messed up because it's late to do that in my head, and I'm old. So we're going to leave it there for this episode. I would say that my comparison between the Argo Raft, the Freelancer Max, and the Constellation Taurus here, I would say that for ease of cargo manipulation, the Argo Raft wins hands down. I did find it a bit sluggish to fly, and right now it's only 96 S.C.U, so not the biggest out of the bunch there, but it is supposed to go to 196 S.C.U and get a tractor beam. And I don't know if there'll be any maneuverability changes or whatnot, but that's what I've heard so far for, I believe, 4.1.1. So that makes that a massive, massive possibility. I'm sure the price will go up, but I'm leaning towards that right now, even with the flyability issues. My second choice would definitely be the Taurus here for flyability. The cargo was easier to manage than the Freelancer Max. As far as 8 CU containers or 8 SCU containers, this and the Taurus Max are a little restricted in the number, I think, compared to even the 96 SCU Raft, because while you got more SCU in these latter two, the Raft is much easier to config, and you can stack them better. So, yeah, I guess currently I'm leaning towards the Raft or maybe the Connie here, and my last choice, I guess, would be the Freelancer Max. Even though flyability wise, that it's smaller than this ship, so that's nice, and it did fly quite well too. So, from a sheer just flyability standpoint, probably the Freelancer Max would be a good solid choice, especially for someone just starting out or whatnot.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Let's store that
Your
guy.
vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Please visit us.
So that's going to wrap it up. That was whatever time this comes out to. I don't know. I know we time traveled you guys a lot, but for reference, this was about 3 to 3.5 hours of playtime for me, which I do go a little slower when I'm filming. So some of that playtime gets eaten up with things like that. But let's say even it out around 3 hours of playtime for that profit. Not bad, in my opinion. So yeah, I had fun. We'll catch everybody next time. I think I will do at least one more Star Citizen video. I do want to get you guys out and do some salvaging in the Vulture, which I really haven't done a whole lot. I did a couple runs when I first started playing here again, and I didn't think the profitability was there, but to be fair, I didn't give it a great try. So now that I'm more familiar with the controls, even though I'm still not a good pilot, we can go out and look around. I'm not good with scanning either, so we'll have to figure that out. But I'll try to get out and do a little pre-work on it before that. So I will catch everybody in the next one, and everybody stay safe out there. Thanks for watching.